Hello, my name is Mr. Harmon. Welcome to Mr. Harmon's class. Today for this lesson, I'd like to go over scales. My channel is basically set up to be simple. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of explanations about Phrygian or Dorian scales or any of that kind of thing. I've boiled most of my scale work down to either a major scale or a minor scale. And you'd be surprised how often you can play both of those combined. What I'd like to show you today is the major scale and a minor scale, and the patterns to use to practice these with. Remember, on the guitar neck, we start with F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Again, first fret F, third fret G, fifth fret A, seventh fret B, eighth fret C, 10th fret D, 12th fret E. And then it begins all over again. So you're basically working with this range right in here. Here's the first major scale position I'd like to show you. I'm going to play it on the 3rd fret. That would be the key of G. We're starting with our 2nd finger. Each finger corresponds to a fret. Try to keep them to stay in that same fret. Now I'm going to begin the scale. Here it is. Then go back down it again. Trying to make all your notes sound clear and holding the strings down. The one thing you want to do at first is not to try to play too fast. Work on a clean sound. Where you can make each note sound clearly. Then the next step would be to move it up a step. Let's go from G now to A. B. C. D. Try E. Now that's the major scale. Now let me show you a minor scale. I'm going to start with my first finger. Let's go ahead and do it in G. You hear that little difference? We were flatting notes that we normally wouldn't flatten. G minor. Then you would go to A. And so on. Practice these. These are simple major and minor scales. Next, I want to show you another major scale position to practice. This one will be on this chord shape. I can play the chord like this. D. This would be E, 7th fret. Here's G. Now I want to show you a major scale pattern that goes with that position. Here's the chord position, and here's the scale. major scale. Go up to E. And all the rest of the chords also. Here's G. Now, one other shape I'd like to show you is the minor scale for that same chord. Let's say we start off with, here's D, here would be D minor. The bass note is here, the tonic, here's D, and here's the scale. And again, move it around on the neck and practice as well. If I move it down, here's D, here's C, I play C minor scale here. In the meantime, practice, practice, practice. Please subscribe if you're visiting for the first time. I'd really appreciate that. And also leave some comments. Tell me what you think about what you're learning. Maybe you got something you play and play the same thing in a different way. But I'd like to hear from you. Where are you watching me from? I'd like to know that too. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.